Hey, Shalom, Akub. This is a Yahawah here, the Surrogate of Yahawashi / Paradigms, and all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, BAHASHAM, and Kahakadash, devil honors to the apostles and elders, and Greatmillstone taught me the truth of the world. Peace and salutations unto the shepherds that feed the sheep of Yahawah, which is the Heavenly Father's ancient Hebrew name and only begotten Son, who the word intimately calls Jesus Christ, real name in the Hebrew is Yahawashi, which means he to deliver, he's coming to deliver the elect, predestined of the nation of Israel, the two-third, the wicked Israelites that are scattered in every nation under heaven will be reborn in the kingdom through the men and women who were predestined for salvation at this time. All right, um, as people will consider the end of the world. All right, which is the beginning of the authority of our Lord Yahawashi to establish the kingdom of heaven. All right, which consists of the 144,000 prophets. All right, apostles and teachers, and the great multitude written in the book of Revelation 7th chapter, which is the great multitude, the predestined elect, men and women, which are helps, believers, all right, within this truth. All right, to you, hopefully elect out there, to you I say shalom. All right, and this is just a real quick video. All right, now as you can see on the screen here, it says many animals. All right, this is thehill.com. All right, it says many animals are going to die. All right, massive oil spill killing wildlife could close beaches for months. Right, and that oil was pretty much covered the whole coastline of California. All right, it just took place about 2-3 days ago. Now you remember the BP oil spill, which was intentional. Come to find out, never fully recovered from that one. Okay, you also had what? I think since the Obama administration, if I'm not mistaken, there's been massive die-offs of sea creatures because of that BP oil spill, and also because of the chemtrails. All right, massive die-off of birds. All right, just because you haven't seen it on the news and they don't report it every other day doesn't mean hundreds of thousands and millions of birds and other creatures haven't died. All right, because of what the wicked elite are doing on this planet Earth, which is pretty much killing everything. All right, and what does it say? It says this is a toxic spill and many animals are going to die, of course. All right, and many people as well. Okay, because remember, Esau through the elites are the red horse in the book of Revelation. All right, which was given a sword to take peace from the earth. He's also that pale horse. All right, which represents death. All right, that's his position. Again, that's why where the world is in the state that it's in, because it's all part of biblical prophecy. Right. So I'm gonna read this script real quick, and then I'm gonna go to YouTube and show you something interesting that I came across. All right, so just gonna get straight to the point. If I can find it, it's Isaiah 24. Let me see in 4. It says, "The earth mourneth and fadeth away." All right, the word languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. All right, 'cause this is called the day of the Lord, the terrible day of the Lord, the judgment of the Lord. All right, mass death. All right, is going to take place on this planet Earth. All right, because of the indignation of the Lord. All right, this is that time. So let me say, it says the earth is also defiled. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, which shows you that the laws are still in effect, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore the curse have devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned and few men left. And that's going to be the end result of the thermonuclear destruction after World War III. Okay, and the curse has Esau Edom. Okay, the curse is the mark of Cain, which came back as Esau, our evil twin brother, the wicked on the planet Earth right now. Okay, through the wicked elite. Okay, and I'm also let me see, Proverbs 12:10. It says a righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, right? The animals, wildlife. all the way down to your cats, your domesticated cats and dogs. All right, and pets. It says, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. All right, so I have more scripts, but I'm gonna get to this video real quick. I don't want to make this video too long. Just want to get to the point. All right, so this is what happened about. Let me see. Salakia for the commercial. Just happened 3 weeks ago. As you can read the warning. All right, so this video contains footage some viewers may find upsetting. Right, even those who promoted this madness here. All right, now they were offended at what they saw. Okay, and the faces you're gonna see here, guess who? Edomites. All right, I don't know from what country, but it just goes to show you who the wicked are. All right. And who Esau is. All right. Because remember, Esau was a cunning hunter. Okay, so let me kind of show you. After you read that, it says only 17% of islanders consume pilot whale meat regularly. You can see the water is bloodshot red. All right, they're taking some sort of sickle and they're killing thousands, if not tens of thousands, of dolphins just because. All right, this system that the wicked elite have set up is wreaks corruption and death, which I'm going to read as well at the end of this thing. It's terrible. These creatures are being what's the word they say? Extinct. That's the term that Esau likes to use. Okay, or the scientific terminology. Why? Because he's taking it upon himself. All right, to have these people that he's paid to kill these creatures, and to tell them that it's okay to kill these creatures because they could make some sort of they could create some sort of economic gain or growth. All right, to sustain what you call themselves within their country. All right, that's what this system does. It reaps a corruption, and through corruption comes what? Death. All right. Not only people die, the animals are even being slaughtered. All right, it has nothing to do with anything. And dolphins are one of the most intelligent creatures of the sea that we know of. All right, not harmful to anybody. Like they said, the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. Insane. And that's why the Lord said that since they have not hated blood, all right, that blood shall pursue thee, all right. Roughly paraphrasing. So I'm gonna get another script and I'm gonna show you another video. Let me see. Which we know this one. This is Matthew 24 and 22. Oh no, let me start at 21. It says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor shall ever be." Now this is twofold, but this is mainly talking about this time right now, because the shadow of this event that took place was during the Roman persecution. All right. You know, from what happened to Jerusalem. You know, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi at the time under the Roman captivity, or during the Roman rule, the pagan Roman Empire. All right. So it says, and except those days should be shortened, which shows just talking about now, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened, because the animals, they're trying to kill off all the animals as well. All right. So everything, if Esau, since he doesn't have the blessing of Jacob, right? That's why you see him trying to establish, you know, this great reset. He said if he can't have it, mainly through the elites, no one can. So everything will perish under him because of that. This is why our Lord Yahawashi is going to return, all right, and knock him right out of power and put him in slavery, all right, and he's going to render unto him double, all right, which is pretty much the whole nation of Edom. These heathens are going into slavery as well, but it won't be nowhere near as severe as Esau Edom's, all right. And let me see. And I'm gonna end it off with this right here. Now you know what? I'm gonna go to the video. Let me see. Right here, and this thing is called. I'm just play the video.
Well, Eugene, it was just a couple of weeks ago that we saw your name in that article.
Right, so this guy here was an ex-CIA agent, okay, a few years back, I think maybe in the 70s or whatnot, and he's going to go into this operation that, hey, even certain of these birds, right, that we see, you know, lined up on the electric wires outside. I mean, it may be hard to believe, you know, but certain of these birds might not even be real. And they were studying this and doing this since the 70s. But let me play it real quick, you know.
And now we're sitting across from each other. So thank you so much for doing this.
Sure, thanks.
I know we talked off camera some, but just for our viewers who don't know much about you, can you give us some on your background?
Well, I started off in the military for a few years in California. And after I got out of the military, I was doing security for the CIA. I was in D.C. in 72. And then they moved me into domestic intelligence. And it's while I was there that, well, I saw some things that I really wish I hadn't seen.
Are you referring to bird drone surveillance?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell us some more about that?
Oh yeah, like I said, I'd been with the CIA for a few years. And then one morning I got ordered to report to a military base. And I was briefed on something called Operation Water the Country. And when I got...
For those who don't know.
So it's called Operation Water the Country. It goes into it.
Know what that is. Can you explain what that is?
Oh, sure. It's a code name we used for the process of removing all the living birds. They used poison gas dropped from airplanes.
Now, after the living birds were taken out of the picture, what was the next step?
And it was to remove all living birds, I'm guessing here within the United States. And he goes into the process how they were doing this in the 70s, dropping toxic gas from the air. It's crazy, man. This his wickedness exceeds anything that anybody would think. So wicked that people be like, nah, you're lying, man. But hey, let him tell you. All right.
Well, they were replaced with fake birds. They were electronic decoys.
Electronic decoys. In the 70s, they were doing this. Let me continue. So how much more so now? All these massive bird die-offs. Let me continue.
They could watch people without their mind.
What was your role in all of this? Like, how do you know this information?
I was in charge of destroying the evidence. It was believed at the time it wouldn't be safe if the general public knew what was happening.
Okay.
Right. He said it wouldn't have been safe if the general public knew what was happening. Okay, so he was set up to destroy the evidence, as he says. All right.
Mentioned evidence. What
It's
kinds of
Edomite.
evidence are you talking about?
Well, this went on for 10 years. There was thousands of documents, blueprints, film footage, photographs, and so on like that.
Keep anything?
No. Nothing. Well, there might have been one or two things.
There you have it. Let me see something else. Add one little clip. And I'm gonna end it off with this scripture. Let me see. Where is it?
It's gonna be some stuff you gonna.
My sweet turd bird. Who's my precious jabby bird? Who's my precious jabby bird? Who's my precious jabby bird? Who's my sweet jabby angel? Who's my precious? Who's my sweet jabby angel? He's so sweet.
Operation Place with
Strange in our newly built neighborhood.
destroying the evidence.
We discovered something strange in our newly built neighborhood. I don't think this is normal. We started to realize all the bird and nature sounds were on repeat. We then started to find actual speakers hidden everywhere. Isn't it scary they have fake nature sounds instead of real ones?
Used to trap them, burn down, fly.
Well, there you have it, man. So I'm gonna end it off with this scripture. All right. Hopefully you edified. Let me see. Let's see. Romans 8:19. Yeah. All right. It's Romans 8:19. It says, "For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of Yahawah." All right. So it's waiting for righteous rulership establishment on the earth as it is in heaven. All right, because that's the end game. Okay, and for the kingdom of heaven to be established on the earth, you know. And it says, because everything will be in its rightful order as it is in the spirit realm. Okay, so it says, for the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who hath subjected the same in hope. Okay, that's us, all right, mainly. But even these heathen nations, all right, and these animals, these creatures out here, you know, the living creatures, they're suffering and dying under Esau's rule, under the rule of the wicked. Okay, and it says, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption. All right, and that's us. We'll receive those new bodies, some incorruptible bodies. All right, bodies that will never go off ever again. Okay, never to sin ever again. That's what the scriptures say. Uh, what you call it? Corruptible cannot inherit the incorruptible. Okay, because our bodies will be changed within the twinkling of an eye. All right, when the elect members are beamed up into the chariots of the Lord. All right, that's why there's a such thing as what? The second coming of the Lord. Why is he coming? To deliver his elect, okay, from the nuclear destruction. All right, to establish the kingdom of heaven on earth. All right, and the kingdom of heaven starts with the elect. All right. And it says, let me see, because we make up the kingdom of heaven. All right, the children of Israel, starting with the elect. So it says, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of Yahawah, which is to say, sons of Yahawah. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. Okay, now you can read on, and it's going into, you know, the inheritance of the kingdom of heaven, you know, via the first fruits. All right, which I mentioned earlier, 144,000. Okay, which is the house of David, and the remaining 1/3 predestined men and women, and also certain of their children that will make it out of this destruction. Okay, so that's what the rest of this chapter is going into. So I hope this video is edifying to the elect. Till next time, Shalom, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, Barakatham. Till next time, Shalom.